What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Plaid Couch Podcast. Today I'm joined by,
Matty Ice.
I'm tagging.
and I'm Jaylene. So it's snowing here in Northwest Ohio, and nobody wanted to leave their house, hence why we are all doing this over Discord. So if you don't like this format,
Blame Jaylene.
suck it up. No, what?
Blame the woman.
This was a group decision.
I think we mutually agreed that we were going to do this today.
Wow. Just because Tegan never has to leave his house. Yeah, fuck you. So. How's everybody?
I took off my mailbox last night because I just got a new one, and I didn't want it to get smashed by the plows when the snow hits it. And I put it back on today, so hopefully we won't get a bunch of snow tonight, because I will be very upset if it breaks.
I went out this morning, and the roads are at least plowed off, but, I'm just sick of driving in the snow. Not to, bitch about our, local weather, but
Yeah, cause
I'm ready for spring.
If you bitch
I'll
about
say
our weather, someone will say, well, we got 10 inches of snow, and I had to still drive through it. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I still don't like driving in it. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I'm not one to be fuck the snow or whatever, but I do get sick of driving in it. And usually early January is when I'm like, okay, I've had enough. I've had my fun in the snow. It was pretty. Now it could go away.
Yeah, I agree, but for the past few years in Ohio, it seems like January we get hit with some, February we get hit with some, and then March is the very end of it.
Yeah, I feel like March is almost we get some of the worst days.
Yeah.
When it's like, all right, it's over. And then it'll be negative 10 degrees. And I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Where'd you come from?
That's the worst part about Ohio weather.
Yeah. And then it will be 90 degrees in the summertime. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. So, yeah, we had to get the weather talk out of our chest. Listen, we're from the Midwest. We have to bitch about the weather.
Yep.
And it is one of those things where right now we're not making any money from this, so we all don't want to risk driving on bad roads just to film a podcast.
It's really not worth going into a ditch. I also can't even fathom what it's like to live in places where they don't have all four seasons like we do. Obviously they do timing wise, but we really do experience the major weather shifts every season. And I think I would have a hard time getting used to that. If I moved to California, I would have a hard time being whoa, where's the snow?
Well, California,
there's no ice on this road.
Jaylene.
Yeah, after I said California, I was like, maybe I should have used a different warm state in my analogy. We don't need to talk about that. We don't need to talk about that.
It's warm over there.
Yeah. All I'll say about that is donate to the Red Cross if you can, and we'll leave it at that.
Red Cross is a great organization.
Yeah, we are thinking of everybody in California right now. So, oof, I just had to bring it up. Goddamn. I feel like Matthew bringing up P. Diddy.
Did he do
Who?
it?
Huh?
But yeah, so what's new with you guys besides being, snowed in?
So, I've had this thought recently because of work. And this is a complete 180-degree turn on what we were talking about. But I work in an office setting, and there's several different branches of our company. So the one I work at, there's one in Indiana, a few others in Ohio, Michigan, everything like that. And every now and again, people from other facilities will stop by. And it's everyone's overly nice to me. They'll be like, oh, hey, how's it going? So good to see you again. and like before they leave, they just want to say, "I just want to say bye. Hope you have a great day." And it's always to me like they'll tell other people bye, but they always just like stop by my office door and just like, "I hope you have a wonderful day." So my logical thinking is, do they think I'm mentally handicapped and feel the need to be overly nice to me?
I have a theory on this, and I don't think it's the same as your theory. I don't think that's it. And Maddie, you can back me up on this. This might not seem like a compliment, but I do mean it as a compliment. You just seem like generic, like nice white guy. And I think that people just,
I'm the Midwest
like
nice.
that. Yeah, and it's like I just, I think people are just are happy to see you because
Yeah.
of that, if that makes
Well,
sense.
When people talk about Tegan, they go, "He just seems like a really good guy."
Yeah.
that's the logical answer, but one part of my brain was just like, what if they think this about you? And
They
now
You
I'm
should
just
might.
like,
ask them.
could be it? What else could it be?
They definitely aren't just being nice because you've been nice to them first.
I'm also like the
I
first and
also,
last office door, so when you come in, I'm the first person you
Oh,
see, and when you leave, I'm the last person you see. So that could
yeah.
be it too, but I like thinking that they see me as a diversity hire.
do you leave
When
your door open
when
all the time?
Oh,
actually
yeah.
when actually I think you're like the complete opposite of a diversity hire.
Check my DNA.
It's like generic white guy.
When I recently moved into an office area too, and before even getting all my stuff moved to my desk, there was a Hershey's Kiss on my desk from
Talk to
one of the
HR
ladies
about
up
that.
front, and then we also got when I got everything set up, another lady comes by and she's got like these things that you can fling at each other, and they're chickens. So all of a sudden we just get bombarded with flinging chickens, and I was shooting back too. So that was a
So
very warm
Matthew,
welcome into the office.
so are you telling me that you don't actually get a lot of work done if you're sitting there like just shooting chickens at each other?
That was just the what do you call it? The inauguration,
Uh huh.
Gotcha. Yeah. Jeez.
but
Um,
it was pretty fun.
I've never been in an office where we flung chickens at each other. I
Yeah.
cannot relate.
No, I actually
So,
get work done, so.
yeah, Teg and I actually do jobs do work at our jobs, believe it or not. Maddie's got no
Yep.
rebuttal.
Uh, another office story. I think I've told this one to you guys before. But, having the name Tegan doesn't always, sit well with people because they think Tegan. And there's
Right.
still plenty of people, even though I've been there for years, that call me Tegan. One guy with the thickest Welsh accent came to our office one day from corporate, like walked past my door, stopped, like walked back, and just started talking to me with his thick Welsh accent because he saw my name was Tegan Jones, which are both
And
Welsh.
taking cream everywhere.
Well, I couldn't understand what he was saying, but I heard him say Tegan and some other things, so I was like, "Oh, he's talking about my name and the Welsh origin." I went, "Yeah, people think it's Tegan." He's like, "Oh, no, 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 it's Tegan." I went, "Yeah."
No, mate.
Yeah, I feel you. Like, I've known people for years who still like can't get my name right. Like the amount of times I get called Jalen is actually insane. I mean, I don't take it personally or anything, but it's like, okay, is my name really that hard? It really shouldn't be.
I think so. If you look at your name, it's clearly Jaylene.
Yeah. Like, just sound it out, maybe. But I don't know. I also had to teach.
Jalen.
No, nope, nope. I also had a teacher in high school, though, who called me Jalen because she just thought it sounded better than my name. And I was like, well,
That's fucked up.
yeah, she just refused to call me by my name. She would just be like, Jalen, I just like it better. And I'm like, that's actually kind of
Insulting.
kind of not right, but hey, she
You
kept
should have
giving me
called her by
A's.
her first name and just said, "Well, it sounds better for you."
I'll tell you what teacher it is, and then you can realize, then you'll realize that why I didn't give a fuck. But I'll tell you afterward. Because there's some teachers that's like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. She was one of those teachers. But yeah, that was interesting. I had her for most of high school, and she would just call me Jalen. But what can you do?
See, most people learn real quick to just take the easy route for me and go Jones.
Uh, yeah, that's
That
what a lot of people will just call me Jay. That way
mhm.
it's kind of easy to not fuck up that way. Unfortunately, nobody can call me Burguy because Burguy has ruined that for me.
Well, it's like with my cousins and brothers, we all have different variations of Jones nicknames, or like interchangeable things. Like my older brother, his nickname is Bones Jones. Uh, mine's usually been Tegan. Usually, like Jonesy and Jones popped up here and there, but usually. Then my younger brother has his abbreviated name. Um, One of my cousins has BJ as his. Joneser is another big one. So yeah, we've all found like variations as needed.
Yeah, it's like all the Burguy cousins on that side of my family. All the guys go by Burguy, and I'm just so used to calling Burguy from like
Mm-hmm.
just palling around with them. And sometimes we'll go to a family function, and I'll be like Burguy, and then half the family looks at me, and it's like, no, actually, I want that one,
Well,
not you.
I've said this for his wedding. I really had to get used to calling him Jacob.
The first podcast he was in, you called him Jacob,
Yeah.
and I was like, let's shoot that down right now.
Yeah, it was one
So
of those. I was trying to get in the habit of saying Jacob because during my speech and during the wedding, I didn't want to say Burr guy and then have half the
yeah.
room look at me just like, what? Are you talking to me?
What? Are you talking about me?
No,
Yeah.
that one.
I I definitely like go back and forth because a lot of times if we are at family functions or at home, like
Mhm.
I do call him Jacob. But most of the time I do call him Burguy. And like I've had people normally like people at family functions are like, so why do you call your own brother Burguy? Because I get that it is strange because it is my
Yeah.
last name. But it's like I don't know, like he just that's his name.
Yeah.
That's Burguy. He took that from me. I can't have it anymore. It's not mine. So I had a friend in high school who tried calling me Little Burguy,
Uh,
and Burguy was like, "No, mm-mm," and I was like, "Yeah, I don't really like that
No.
either. I'll stick with Jay." So, but I don't really
Yeah, but
have
you
any
know what's the best
nicknames anymore.
nickname? Matt the Meat.
Man, to me,
Matt
I
the Meat.
I caught myself the other day, and I was like, I don't really call Matthew like Matthew anymore. I almost always refer to you as Maddie.
That's
mhm.
And
fine with
it
me.
used to not be that way. I just started doing that like a few years ago, and now it's like I have to like train my brain to say Matthew sometimes because I'm just used to saying Maddie.
Yeah, I will say I usually typed out Matthew, and then for like the past 2 years, I'd interchange Matthew and Maddie when talking. But now it's almost like 80-20 when I say Maddie over
Yeah.
Matthew.
I think Maddie sounds better. I just like it's got a nice ring to it.
When did Maddie start? Because like I was friends with you since middle school, and like it was we never called you Maddie in like middle school, high school. At least I never did.
No. No, remember I got called Daniel in school.
Oh yeah, that's right. Daniel McVon Bon, right? Was it Von
Daniel
Bon or
McVon
Bon. Good
Bon
God.
Bon.
Bon. Yeah. Matthew's like first day at this new school, we just start calling him Daniel. You're a real one though. You just went with it. You're like, whatever.
I figured if I got a nickname that wasn't a slur, that I was doing pretty
Yeah.
good.
That stuck for a while too. I want to say at least all through middle school, people referred to you as Daniel.
Yeah, I actually added that Vic Bon Bon at the end.
Oh, you added that? I never do that.
Yeah, I did.
So I think since we're talking about like middle school, childhood, I do have a fun little segue here. So I'm assuming we don't have quite the same TikTok algorithms. Oh my God, I cannot talk. I know, right?
Good?
No, actually, I'm really struggling. But my TikTok feed, I get a lot of like really niche things from like that I grew up with as like, a girl in the 2000s. We'll be like, "Do you remember this Barbie playset? And do you remember this Polly Pocket website?" And all this bullshit. But I stumbled into one where I felt like this. I'm going on a weird tangent with this, so just bear with me. But I went down this one rabbit hole. It's like, do you remember the Scholastic Book Fair?
Oh, yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And I was like, those were the days, which is funny because back then I didn't really like to read. Like, I really did not enjoy reading. So I would go and I would buy like pens or like cute little erasers. Hardly ever did I buy a book. But there was a book series, and not even really a series, it was 2 books that I really liked. And they weren't books to read. There was a book called Chocolate or Vanilla, which was a book where it had all these pages of like quizzes that you could quiz your friends with to learn more about them. And most of them are like this or that questions.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next year at the book fair, they had the sequel to Chocolate or Vanilla, which was Sweet or Spicy. And I don't know why somebody posted pictures of like a Scholastic book fair on TikTok from like 20 years ago. And then I remembered these books that I was obsessed with as a kid. And I feel like most of them would have been like fun for kids to like, fill out for like a day or two. I was obsessed with these books, and I think I used them to like overanalyze my friends at the time because I was like constantly like quizzing new people and like taking notes, like psychopath behavior.
Yeah.
So to
I
celebrate
wasn't going to
that,
say it. I'm
to
glad you
celebrate
did.
that, I made a list of my own chocolate or vanilla questions that I want to ask you guys, and I promise to not
What's your
overanalyze them.
favorite color?
I will say I did keep these as all this or that questions.
Okay.
So, we won't go on too long of tangents, but if we want to, stop and discuss them a little bit more in depth, we can. And also, I found out that you can still buy these books, and if this goes well, I might go re-buy them on Amazon.
Oh,
That's
boy.
awesome.
But yeah, so this is just a niche part of my childhood that I rediscovered in the last couple weeks, and it really just made me just really excited. Also, while other kids were like reading and like, doing arts and crafts, I was psychoanalyzing the people in my life, and I just think that says a lot about me as a person. So why not do that today? So these are all questions. I did scour the internet a little bit for inspiration, so I didn't like come up with all of these, but for the most part, it's just a list
Did
that
you
I
get
gathered.
another BuzzFeed article?
I know I do not use BuzzFeed in my research. Never, ever, ever have I done that. The fall questions were all my own doing, believe it or not. Alrighty. So first question is pretty straightforward. Chocolate or vanilla?
Maddie, do you want to go first?
Yeah,
Nope.
I'll go first. Chocolate.
Vanilla.
Okay. Should I answer these two?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm also going with vanilla. I think chocolate's overrated.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry, Maddie.
It can be too rich sometimes.
I agree, and I hate chocolate ice cream. Like, fuck chocolate ice
I
cream.
agree with that. Chocolate ice cream is probably
Yeah.
the worst ice cream.
Yeah. I just
Well, that's how I took the question: chocolate or vanilla ice cream. So.
yeah. But like also
No, I
like
was
cake
thinking-
and
No.
I was thinking candy bars.
mm. I just saw Tegan's face. All right, next question. Sweet or spicy?
I
Oh, sweet.
Sweet.
As much as I have a sweet tooth, I gotta go spicy. I eat more spicy foods on a regular basis.
You've all seen me with spicy stuff.
Also,
I
like,
can't do it.
my family is obsessed with spicy foods to the point where, like, what I eat, most of them don't even consider spicy. They're like, oh, that's child's play, what you're eating.
Well, my older
But I do love
brother
spicy food.
bought the like hot ones, hot sauces,
Hmm.
and has used those when like making chicken wings or buying chicken wings. And it's like, God, if I ever got on that show after the first wing, I think I'd be like, oh shit, there's 9 more. Oh,
I think that's one of the reasons that you and I think that's one of the reasons why you and Brian make such a good duo, is because he can handle the
yeah.
spice.
Wouldn't that
I've
be
seen
such
him
an
almost.
entertaining Hot Ones episode? He's just like eating them all, and I'm just like, oh fuck.
I've seen Burguy like on the verge of tears and will like still be eating the same spicy food. It's actually insane.
Yeah,
But
Oh
yeah, I
I
my
love
think no
spicy
gosh.
one to
food.
live for.
Um, but ooh, I love a good buffalo wing. That's like probably my favorite food is buffalo wings. All right, next one. Cats or dogs?
Oh, I'm gonna go with dog.
Okay.
Dog.
I gotta go with cats. I think my cats would kill me in my sleep if they heard me answer dogs to that.
Yeah, Gizmo's
But
right beside me, so
they're both great. They're both great
hmm
companions.
yeah, I remember when
Um,
I had
but
Wheezy here, who's now
oh,
living with my
Easy.
brother and his wife. But I never thought I'd have a cat, but having Wheezy, I was like, I can get used to this.
yeah.
But
But
Wheezy was so sweet.
yeah, oh, she was
yeah.
so loving. But my brother and
Mhm.
I have discussed this. She is an only child, where
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
where I brought the
I
dog,
said that.
and they would get along, but it's like it's probably for the best. Just
Yeah. I said that about my cat, and then I went and I got another one. It took about a year, but they're all right now. They're buds. All right, next one. Piano or guitar?
Oh,
guitar.
guitar.
I'm gonna go with piano on this one, just because I can play some piano. All right. This one's kind of on topic to what we were talking about earlier. Summer or winter?
Summer.
I do like the winter, but I prefer summer.
I'm the same way. I hate the summer when it's like 90 degrees outside, but a good like 75-degree day in the summer, ooh, it is nice.
Really
So
gets my happy glands going.
I am gonna go with summer. Also, I don't like driving in the snow. Next, spring or fall?
Oh, definitely fall.
Yep.
It's fall. I mean, come on.
You get the
Um,
best of summer.
that's true. And think about all the pumpkins you can paint in the fall. Also, I just want to note to the VR at home, we asked Burguy if he wanted to be on this podcast episode. He declined, and it's probably a good thing because this would not be going so smoothly if Burguy was answering these questions. I need to point that out.
You would have a tangent to go off of for every single one about.
Oh, we would still be on cats or dogs, I'm afraid.
He's like, my wife grabbed another cat, so.
Sunrise or sunset?
Ooh.
uh, sunrise. I like the sunrise.
I'll go sunset.
I'm going sunset. I don't want to be up for the sunrise. It's too early.
Yeah, if I'm already up, then that's nice. But yeah, sometimes I
Mhm.
want to sleep in.
Also, like, nice summer day and you're sitting outside while there's a sunset going on,
Plucking
drinking a
away on
beer.
your guitar.
Oh yeah. On your
That
wraparound
yeah,
porch singing
playing the
Hallelujah.
harmonica.
Yeah.
I love a good sunset. What can I say? Next one here we got fruits or vegetables.
Hmm.
Fruits for sure.
I don't know. Roasting some veggies for like your side dish for dinner. That's
I love roasted vegetables.
Tegan, you were cooking you cooked something before we came to your house one night. It was like chicken and peppers. It had a bunch of shit and rice. That looked really good.
I usually go with like carrots because those are really easy. I've done peppers, zucchini, squash.
Roasted carrots are so good.
Mm-hmm.
They like
Oh my god.
they
Yeah.
they're so like the flavor is so much different when you roast a carrot. It's so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Those make a solid
Is that
side
your answer,
dish.
vegetables?
Yeah.
Mine's vegetables too. I think fruits are overrated, to be honest. But we don't need to get into that. Pizza or pasta?
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go with pasta. I
Okay.
love the carbs.
I think because I love chicken Alfredo. I love it. I may have to go pizza though, just because I could see myself eating pizza more.
I'm the same way. I eat pizza more often. I think well, pasta's pretty versatile too,
Yeah.
but I love them both, but I can't come home after a night of like completely like downing beers and like cook a pasta dish.
Yeah.
I can like house 20 beers and then come home and like throw pizza in the oven.
Exactly.
And what am I going to do more often? I gotta weigh those out. People are going to watch this podcast and think I'm an alcoholic, by the way. That's
Aren't
not,
you?
I'm not, I promise. I just realized I used like drinking beer in two of my analogies.
I might be
I'm gonna go
close
with,
to one. I don't know.
I, I'm gonna go with pizza.
I'm only a part-time
Uh,
alcoholic.
yeah, only in the summer. Um, hamburger or hot dog?
Like when folding paper or
Just take it any way you want.
Bring me hot dog. No. I just made burgers last night, and I'm gonna make some again today. So I'm gonna go with burgers.
burgers.
This is probably the hardest question for me so far, but I am also gonna go
That
with
didn't sound
burgers.
too hard.
Um,
Sounds like you knew right away.
it's just like I love them both very closely.
Do you prefer like
Again,
thick
like
patties or smash burger style?
kind of a good medium. Like I like a happy medium. Because I don't really fuck with the smash burger that much, but I don't like a really thick burger.
Smash burgers are kind of messy. I don't like that.
See, I
Yeah.
prefer
I mean, they're good. It's just
a tighter knit. One, I got a small mouth. Two, I got that choking problem.
that's true. I don't want like a paper thin burger as a thing, and sometimes
Yeah.
I think people make them too thin.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, um, but I love a good hot dog over campfire. Ooh,
Ooh.
get that char on there. Come
Um,
on. But it's definitely hamburger.
do you,
Waffles.
do,
Oh, go ahead.
do you remember when we went on that camping trip? And I think your mom had like the sandwich things you could put bread in
Pudgy
and
pies.
hold it over the fire.
Yeah, pudgy pies.
Yeah.
I fuck with a pudgy pie.
Those are
Oh my
goaded.
gosh, that was my first time having one of those. So good.
We gotta have a pudgy pie night.
Mm-hmm.
I like those because it's
Yeah,
basically a panini, just over a campfire. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I love pudgy pies. Um, next one, waffles or pancakes?
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go with. I think pancakes are a lot better than waffles. I'll say that.
Here is what I will say. Pancakes across the board are like a B tier. But if you get like a thick Belgian waffle, S tier. So I gotta go with waffles.
Yeah.
Just just because of that.
I am also gonna go with waffles, because I don't like pancakes.
They're
I think
essentially the same
pancakes are
thing.
great.
I will say,
The best waffles are from Waffle House. Waffle House is great.
I get the Eggo waffles a lot, and I'll just eat those like without any syrup or anything. Just eat them plain out of the toaster.
Just eat
Um,
them straight from the
I'll eat.
freezer.
I I do toast
Ew.
them. I like just the plain Eggo waffles, like with nothing on them, or I get the cinnamon ones that are like in the 4 squares, and then you tear them apart and they're cinnamon flavor. But yeah, I
Our
just love a
school,
what?
at our school, we used to have these little packets of pancakes that had the syrup in them already.
Those were
Those were really
disgusting.
good.
But I don't like
Those were really
pancakes,
good.
so I also don't really like syrup. So yeah, definitely not my thing. Um, I know Matthew's answer for this one: Coke or Pepsi.
Coca-Cola.
Matthew's a Pepsi Max guy.
Matthew loves Pepsi, man.
Don't don't lie to the people. I will not be able to keep up with that lie.
Coke.
I'm gonna go with Pepsi because they make Dr. Pepper.
Well, Dr. Pepper's
Fair.
kind of its own. They're a
It's
free agent.
technically they're made the same place they make Pepsi, but then I know Coca-Cola's got some sort of like deal with them.
Yeah.
It's really Dr. Pepper is kind of like the Spider-Man
Yeah.
of soda.
Oh
Like
yeah,
nobody
definitely. I
really
can see
knows
that.
like what franchise he
He's in the
belongs with.
Avengers. He's in the Fantastic Four. Sometimes he's
Yeah.
in the X-Men. Sometimes he's doing his own
Uh,
thing.
Also, I can fuck with a Diet Pepsi sometimes too, so I am still gonna stick with Pepsi. Um, all right, this one I know will be really difficult for you guys. Red wine or white wine?
Red wine.
White wine.
White wine is the correct answer. Sorry, Matthew, you lost, so you gotta go.
Damn.
What's your guys' favorite kind of wine? Since you guys want to pretend to be wine snobs. Looking at Matthew.
Let me see.
No Googling!
I'm not Googling.
I can see you typing! No Googling.
I'm not
Did
Googling.
you find it yet, Tegan? Tegan, did you find it yet?
I really like Kessler Chardonnay white wine.
Gotcha. Okay. Maddie, what about you? What's your favorite kind of wine?
I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction. You can take that question and shove it up your
Matthew's
ass.
a real
God
Pinot
damn.
Noir type of guy.
Yeah.
Pinot Noir.
All right, let's do a natural trivia question. Do you guys know what my favorite kind of wine is?
The one in the bottle.
Barefoot, bubbly.
I don't fuck with barefoot. Don't let
Let's
the
see.
The people can't know that I'm secretly white trash. Don't let them know that. You have a hint. It's a white wine.
Is it a Cabernet?
Cabernet.
No, it's not a Cabernet.
Is it a Childish Gambino?
Fuck. No, Chardonnay is my favorite kind of wine because I'm a basic
That's what I
bitch.
said.
That's not what you said.
I heard it.
Yeah,
I heard it.
you must have cut out because that's what I
I
said.
I hate you guys. Hats or sunglasses?
Hats.
Hats. I need to buy some new
Sunglasses.
sunglasses.
Jillian wears sunglasses to hide her drunk eyes every day.
Oh my god! I'm not an alcoholic!
I never said that. I'm just saying you wear glasses to hide it.
Just say you're
lying.
drunk all the time.
Oh my god, I'm catching strays. Oh my
There's a
god.
difference between being alcoholic and being drunk all the time.
Yeah.
I
Alcoholics
don't think
have their
there is.
peaks and valleys.
I
You're just always at your valley.
Oh my god. um Moving on from that. Math or science?
Fuck math, dude. Give me that science.
Math.
Math. It's more fun.
Whenever we
No,
get
it's
to
fucking not.
that math game and Trivia Murder Party, and Matthew's one of the
Maybe
contestants,
just
I know I'm safe.
I've seen Matthew just straight up not participate in that. Like, depending on who he gets matched up with, he'll just put his phone down and just take the L.
It's not worth it.
Pirates or ninjas?
Yar har har, matey.
Ninjas.
Second? Oh, pirates. I don't know why I went to go say ninjas there. Definitely pirates.
Now, Pirates or Lord of the Rings?
I still haven't seen either.
Warriors of Virtue.
Batman or Superman?
Batman for sure.
Batman.
I'm gonna take Batman also. Astronaut or zookeeper?
I wanted to be an astronaut when I was a kid, so astronaut.
Second. It's just
These
a question.
questions are so degrading, aren't they?
Don't think too much about it. Just answer the question.
I'm trying to see the correlation between these two careers.
They're just two jobs. Which one would you rather have?
Astronaut.
I'm gonna take zookeeper.
What the fuck? Why would you want to be a zookeeper over an astronaut?
Because space scares the shit out of me. And I like animals.
Just like being sober.
You would get oh.
Stop that rhetoric right now, because people are gonna believe it. God, what if my boss finds this and then fires me because she thinks I'm just an alcoholic?
I'm just waiting for that day where I get called in my boss's office and they're like, "So, what's plaid couch?"
Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's not talk about that because that is actual fear I have.
Is it really?
Hey,
A little bit, yeah.
Jaylene, I've done the dumbest stuff on this channel, so you're in the clear.
That's true. My ass hasn't been shown yet. No
Hey,
one's
no
seen me
matter
in my
how
undies.
drunk you get, as long as you show up the next day, it doesn't matter.
I'm not an alcoholic. Will you knock
I
that
didn't say
shit
you're an
off?
alcoholic.
You're implying it. Oh my god, this is gonna break me. Tegan, quit encouraging him. And I kick you both from this call.
Woo!
Board
Oh.
games or video games?
Vigia games.
Yeah, although I do love playing board games with y'all.
Oh my gosh, board games are so much fun.
And
I'm also gonna go video games. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, unless it's 1 a.m. and Burguy wants to play the most complicated board game ever.
Oh my god, that's the worst.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah, I'm also gonna take video games. I think I just play them more than I do board games. Mini golf or bowling?
Mini golf. Mini golf.
Mini golf.
I'm also gonna take mini golf. We need to do another mini golf day because that's always
Yes,
fun when
we
we all
do.
get together and do mini golf. Singing or dancing?
I shouldn't do either.
Dancing.
dancing.
I dance in my living room all the fucking time.
I'm gonna say singing. I'm with Tegan. I should not do either, but I love to sing in my house, in my car.
We should add that clip from the TikTok with that one chick singing in that big area.
Nah, we don't need to. Go watch the TikTok video. You'll see what he's talking about. Also, don't ask our Sims that question, because they're all gonna pick dancing, because that's all they fucking do.
Well, when you
Tegan-
got
Our
the
Sims
cowpoke,
are living the best life.
Tegan's Sim is always hitting the cowpoke. um, Beaches or mountains?
Mountains. Fuck the beach, honestly.
ooh. If it's to take a vacation, beach. If it's which I would prefer to live in, mountains.
I'm taking mountains. I just get bored of a beach really quickly.
Me too.
It's fun for a few days, but then it's like I need something else.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting
Pulls
close
out
to
a
the end here. Two
bottle
more
of wine.
questions.
Here's to something else.
Who's pulling out the wine?
I don't know.
Oh.
Jaylene drank it all.
No, I didn't drink any wine. Manicure or pedicure?
Gosh, manicure.
Yeah, you'll have to remind me. Manicures hands, pedicures feet.
Yes.
I'd probably go pedicure because my feet definitely need it.
Yeah, they're both great, but I
Pedicure
got it.
once, and it was the most pain I've ever been in. So never again.
You just went to the wrong people because pedicures are supposed to be relaxing.
No, it
Even
fucking wasn't.
Plaid
even
Couch
when
gets
they're grading your
pedicures.
calluses off. Matthew, I promise you, it's not supposed to feel like that. They are nice.
It hurt.
I've never had a pedicure that. I've
I
never had a
almost
pedicure that's
cried.
hurt. No, you're going to the wrong place. I promise you, if we get pedicures, they will not hurt your feet. He doesn't believe me.
We'll
No.
get mani pedis together.
That would
Taking
be
your
fun.
video cut out.
We'll get mani pedis together.
That's fine with me.
Yeah. And then we'll get somewhere where they won't hurt your feet, Maddie. I promise. I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
take manicure, but I do like getting them both. And then the last question might be the most polarizing, so buckle up here. Matt Ryan or Dak Prescott?
Dak Prescott.
I'll go.
Over your favorite NFL player? Wow.
It's not the NFL player that I like.
I'll go Matt Ryan because he at least made a Super Bowl. He didn't win it, but he got there.
Ooh. Okay. This is how we find out if Burguy watches through all the podcasts or not. I will take Dak Prescott just because he does a lot of good charity stuff.
I'll take the money I get.
I don't
from
know if Matt
Bird
Ryan
every
does.
year when he thinks Dak Prescott's gonna win MVP.
All right. Well, that's all the chocolate or vanilla questions I had for you guys today. What did we think? Did we learn anything?
I hate Matthew more than ever now.
I figured out Jaylene's favorite wine is Chardonnay.
Thank you. I didn't think that's how you'd end that sentence, but thank you.
I've also learned Jalen's drunk all the time.
That's what I was waiting for, but I'm not drunk all the time.
Most of the time.
Just because I'm drinking right now. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Huh?
I literally am
It's
drinking
Saturday.
an iced
Who gives a
coffee.
shit?
I'm drinking iced coffee.
With a little bubbly.
It's
A
got
little
no
bubble.
alcohol in it.
A little
None.
barefoot.
There's no barefoot in this house. I don't drink barefoot wine. I need that on the record.
I don't need it,
My God, I'm gonna punch a Matthew in his bald ass head.
do it.
Oh boy. What were like some fun books that you guys remember getting from the Scholastic Book Fair?
I was thinking about that. I always got the stupid, like the dragon books, like all this is what makes up a dragon, and like the collector shit.
That makes sense. That tracks.
I I got a cool. I still have it actually. I've got a book of Greek mythology that's like it's like a really big book, and it's got like an ornament on the front of it. It's awesome.
Hell yeah. Tegan, I know you don't know how to read, so
Yeah, I
what'd you
usually
get?
get like Pokemon books or
I was just gonna bring up the Pokemon books.
or yeah, I'd get some similar to Maddie on certain like topics because when I was young, I really wanted to be a marine biologist. So anything on like orca whales or dolphins,
Pretty cool.
sharks, all that stuff
I
interests
think
me.
I think I see that Greek book right now. I'm gonna go see if that's it. I'll show you guys.
Okay,
And then the other
go ahead.
books I would get were PS2 cheat codes.
Oh, I forgot about cheat code books.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Holy
you
crap.
couldn't look online for them.
Yeah. God
So
damn.
it's like, all right,
I
which of
do.
these games do I own?
Look at this shit.
God damn, Eddie. That's sick.
That's me on the cover.
Yeah.
Well, if you
Oh
open
my
it and it was
god.
just a penis.
Oh.
Oh my god, dude. That's sick as fuck. Actually, look,
I do
the book.
remember.
The Book of Serpents. Come on.
I do remember one year I got because you were talking about wanting to be a marine biologist. I
Hmm.
remember one year they had like a book about like being a vet, like
Hmm.
what steps do you need to take to do it. But it was like made for kids, so they really dumbed it down,
Yeah.
like what all a vet does. And I wanted to be a vet, so I bought that book. And I was like, this is what will get me through college. This kid's book that I bought at the book fair. And I never became a veterinarian.
Yeah.
I just wanted to train dragons when I was a kid.
We all had pretty similar goals, I think. Definitely creature forward.
Well, yeah, because growing up, I was really into like marine biology, and my older brother was really into dinosaurs, so he was looking at being a paleontologist. And we were like 4 and 6 at the time, so it's just all that
I
stuff.
could I couldn't see you being a marine biologist, but I could 100% see your brother being a paleontologist.
Yeah, I'm more of
Like
an
I feel
archaeologist.
like yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
You
I
carry
was
a whip
definitely
with
gonna
you
say that.
too?
Jesus. I think Burguy's dream job when we were kids was to be like a NFL player. So I
At
think he got the closest to his dream.
at one point, like this was kindergarten. They asked us what we wanted to be, and I put a homicide detective.
Oh my God!
Damn. Holy shit, dude!
Dang it! And how'd
Watching
that
too many
go?
Batman movies.
No, it's because like growing up, my mom was like watching CSI all the time and all those shows. So I was like, oh shit, solving crimes? That's pretty cool.
I I could do that. Oh my God.
Just imagine like 5-year-old me. What do we got here?
Oh shit, it's the chief.
Ah, shit. I'm getting too
This
old for this
5-year-old you
shit.
this 5-year-old you also have the full beard.
He's rubbing nothing, just shit.
His bare chin.
A glass of apple juice on the rocks, just that's the good shit.
My God. That's crazy. It's actually
Gee,
insane.
you're the only one that can solve this. You're sitting there with the little Batman toy. I'm on it.
I'm on the case. Pull up on your big wheel.
Yeah. Somebody give me a Pop Tart. Not a wild berry, I swear to God.
If you get me a wild berry, you're fired.
Catching all kinds of strays right now. This is crazy.
Yeah. So
Oh my god.
that was probably the most bizarre career choice I thought of as a kid.
I didn't really. I'm trying to think what weird ones I had. I know I wanted to be a vet for like ever until I got to middle school and my dreams were crushed because I was so bad at science and I also can't handle like guts or gore or any of that. And it's like, yeah, I probably shouldn't be a vet. Um, so that crushed my dreams. But then for a while I was like, I've got it figured out. I'm just going to be in a punk band. That would be my career. And I believed that for a good 2 years, and then I realized I can't play an instrument. Well, and I can't sing. So, yeah, then I was like,
Dang.
so then I've been winging it ever since my dreams of being a punk rocker got destroyed.
You
But
got the spirit of one though, I'll tell you that.
I don't know if I do, but
I think you
thank you
do.
anyway.
I think you
Yeah.
do.
always drunk
Don't I
all the
look?
time.
No! No! Stop! No! Billy Joe
Glasses
Armstrong is
inside,
sober
Stanley.
now.
You didn't get it.
Oh my god.
Maddie, what are some career choices you made as a kid?
The astronaut was one of them. That got ruined when I figured out they weren't sending people
To
to the
space
moon
anymore?
anymore. Yeah, but I guess they are doing that now. And I still think it would be cool to be part of SpaceX, the Space Force. That'd be cool as hell. But I also wanted, oh shoot, I wanted to be a detective. I actually took law enforcement classes to do that as well. And then I realized that I don't want to die. I don't want to get shot. I don't
That's
think I
fair.
would enjoy. I don't think it's very dangerous nowadays to be a cop.
Yeah.
Back when I was a kid, I maybe it was a little bit better. I don't know, but it's dangerous now, so I don't really want to do that. There was one more too. I can't think of it. I had it and then it was gone, so
I
maybe
did
I'll
just
remember it.
remember I almost went to like school for journalism for a hot second.
Mm.
And I last minute changed my mind because I was like, I actually am not a good writer. And then I never explored that career path anymore. But I really thought about it and I get so in my head about writing stuff. It's like, nah, never mind. So I almost did that. And then I went to school for business and then I dropped out. So what can you do?
I wanted. Sorry, can I go?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I
Yeah, I
wanted
was
to
done.
be a a game developer,
Oh.
but then I realized it's a pain in the ass to code anything,
Yeah.
and you don't get a lot of sleep when you do it. Because I was part of a career school for a year, and let me tell you, I got sent to the principal's office a lot because of how red my eyes were trying to figure this stuff out.
Nice.
Growing up, my mom wanted me to be an architect because I would draw all the time and, was decent at math from like elementary through middle school. But then after that, where it's like geometry and trig, I was like, I hate math.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I love algebra, but I don't like doing trig or like
Mm-hmm.
geometry stuff like that. It's too much for my little brain to handle, I think. But when did we all just decide that we wanted to be YouTubers? That's the real question. When were we like, actually, no, that's the dream?
Probably when I went to film school.
And when I started watching Jacksepticeye,
Say
which was
mine
in
was the
middle school.
first time I ever watched a Smosh video. I'm like, I don't know what that is, but I want to do that.
Yeah, mine was probably
Yeah.
2012, 2013. So
And hey, we're professional YouTubers now, right? We
uh,
do this full time.
I wouldn't say professional.
professionals
This is
get
our full
paid.
time job.
We're amateur YouTubers.
This is our full time job. We don't do anything else but this.
Usually I'm the one who says shit like that, Jaylene, and you're like, no, no,
You can't tell, but we actually
no,
are all living at our parents'
no.
houses right now. None of us pay rent.
In my own house, so
This
too
is
bad
actually
for
my
you.
mom's. This is actually my mom's basement.
Jaylene looks like a basement dweller.
Stop! What is with you guys?
What the fuck? That was mean.
The funny thing is like I'm recording my video separate, so Tegan can't even see what I
Yeah.
look like right now.
You threw it out there.
Yeah.
Got a 50-50 shot. Either she looks like a basement dweller or she doesn't.
Are you saying that 50% of the time? Are you saying that 50% of the time I look like a basement dweller?
No, it's because it's either true or it's not.
Oh, okay.
Have you never heard my 50-50 theory that I would use for like algebra and all that stuff when it comes
No.
to percentages? They're like, where this? I was like, well, technically it's 50-50 because it either happens or it doesn't. And
Tegan's like the worst.
the teacher would be like, yeah, put that down, see what happens.
Tegan is like probably the like one of the worst students to have in your class.
It's because I'm so
I
freaking
think.
smart.
No, you're a smart ass. I actually feel bad for any teacher that had you and Burguy as like a combo in a class.
I was a
Mostly
good
because of
student.
Burguy.
I was a good student.
Mostly because of Burguy. I say, I actually,
I
for real
don't think
though,
they
don't.
got out of hand too
Well,
much.
Burguy just kind of screwed around, I think.
Jaylene, you gotta remember, in middle school, high school, all that, I was so socially awkward and quiet.
That's true, yeah. Yeah. So
I just did my work and
you're saying you were just a big beta bitch in high school.
oh yeah, and then I was like, I gotta be more alpha. So I just started watching Andrew Tate, Matthew's
Oh,
idol.
Jesus Christ. Jesus
I
Christ.
don't think so. I've never watched him.
Oh my God.
I would hear Matthew talking about him. I'm like, well,
No.
I gotta see what this guy's
Megan,
about.
shut up about it. Shut up. Shut up. Stop. They don't need to know that. They don't need.
I don't even think we need to talk about Andrew Tate. That seems like some murky waters that we don't need to talk
Why?
about.
What's he into? What'd he do? What'd he do?
Oh, just so much shit, Matthew.
The-
The podcast.
I can't tell if
not
Matthews
long
this is
enough.
a bit. I can't tell if this is a bit like Matthew knows about Andrew Tate or he seriously just
Yeah.
doesn't know.
Be real nice if we could talk about it.
Okay.
Whatever it is.
Okay. Well, we don't have time for that.
Yeah. Maybe after
I
this
actually
call.
don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Oh God. Okay, we're gonna give Matthew the Andrew Tate talk after this, I think. Can we end this on talking about Andrew Tate? I feel like we need one lighter note to end this
Yeah.
on.
Something lighter.
Okay. I don't know why the first thing that came to my mind was Joe Rogan.
The Joe Rogan experience. That's as light as it gets.
I don't want to talk about Joe Rogan either. Listen to Howard Stern.
Listen to the Plaid Couch podcast.
Yeah, just put this on a loop. Honestly, this is as good as you'll get content-wise on all of the internet. Do we all want to plug a podcast before we go? It's been a while since we've done that.
Sure.
After you listen to all of our episodes. All right. Let me think of podcast to plug.
Maddie, what podcast do you want to plug?
Plug the No Sleep podcast. One of my absolute favorites that I've listened to since high school. Which was like, how many years ago was it?
It's
Like
been over a
9.
decade for me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, about 9 years. I've been listening to No Sleep podcast for about 9 years.
And talk about it a little bit, because I know you've mentioned it in passing, but
Yeah, so basically it's a high quality audio. It's a high quality podcast where they edit the sounds in and everything, and it's just a collection of stories. I think from the No Sleep Reddit subreddit or whatever,
okay.
and it's just full of it's full of really neat, like, scary series. Uh, there was one. There was one called Feed the Pig. That's like a three-parter. That one's really good. There's another one. I think it was called like Tommy Taffy or something about like that. It's a three-parter about a doll that murdered an entire city, and he comes back every now and again. So that was pretty cool. Um, and it's a whole collection. Like I said, there's 9+ years of content on that podcast. So go watch it or listen to it, whatever.
All right.
All right, Tegan.
I'll say listen to It's Morning Somewhere. That's Bernie Burns and his wife Ashley Burns' uh, podcast that they upload Monday through Friday. It's about 20
I didn't
minutes.
even realize they had a podcast.
Yeah, it's about 20 minutes an episode where they just kind of talk about what's happening around the gaming industry, pop culture, all that stuff. So it's a nice little listen to um,
Oh, yeah.
throughout the week.
I'm gonna go with kind of a normie answer, but Lunchtime with Smosh. It's
Oh.
fairly new, but they just started. It's just Ian and Anthony from Smosh, and then they talk with like other people, the Smosh cast, like they bring in different guests. But if you're a fan of old classic Smosh and you want to see what they've been up to now, I think that's a good entry point. And it's just nice to have my boys back for lunchtime. Makes me feel like I'm 13 again. So listen to all those podcasts after you listen to ours, obviously, because it's the best one. So, all right, make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell, let Bur Guy
It's
know that
free.
we didn't miss him this week, and we will see you all next time.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.
Bye.